Everybody go home and get your AC.
Let's call this meeting of the Aurora City Council for July 25th, 2023 to order. Madam Clerk, will you please call the roll?
Alderman Yamas?
Here.
Alderwoman Garza?
Here.
Alderman Masiacos?
Present.
Alderman Donnell? Alderman Franco?
Here.
Alderman Spill?
Here.
Alderwoman Smith?
Here.
Alderman Bug?
Here.
Alderwoman Bade?
Here.
Alderman Lash?
Here.
Alderman Warman?
Here.
Mayor Urban's present.
Is there a motion to approve the appointment of Sergeant of Arms for this meeting? Motion made by Alderman Smith, second by Alderman Garza. All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries by voice vote. Let's all rise for the pledge to be followed by an invocation led by Alderman Bug. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Bow your heads. Father God, we thank you for this day. We thank you for bringing us here to help each other, to help do the will of the people of Aurora. God, we are so thankful for our first responders, our military, those in service now, and those who have since retired as veterans. Give us wisdom, give us insight to do what is best in your will. Pray all this in your Son. Amen.
Amen. Do we have any presentations this evening? Madam Clerk, do we have any members of the public wishing to offer public comment?
We do.
Will you please read the rules of public comment?
Pursuant to the Open Meetings Act, all persons shall be permitted an opportunity to address public officials under the rules established and recorded by the council. Under our rules, any person may address the city council for up to 3 minutes with a maximum of 30 minutes allotted for all public comment. No person other than the timekeeper or the chair for the purpose of maintaining order may interrupt a person recognized for public comment during his or her comments. Members of the city council shall not engage with nor respond to a speaker during the time set aside for public comment. Staff is directed to follow up with members of the public with respect to any concerns raised during public comment within the scope of the city's authority following the adjournment of this meeting.
Will you call the first speaker wishing to offer public comment, please?
Vanessa Allen.
Ms. Allen, you have 3 minutes beginning now.
Okay, hello. My name is Vanessa. It's nice to be here with all of you today. I'm coming here because I'm a concerned citizen for the tenants of Maple Terrace. I started working for the Aurora Housing on January 3rd, and I was very excited because I wanted to give back to the community. I am 67, I'm retired, but I went back to work because I wanted to give to the community and help the people. I applied for a property management job, I didn't get it, but I worked as a clerk for them. And, you know, maybe because of the pandemic, there was a lot of papers. I mean, I was filing from 2017 up until now. And the conditions that I found in there was very appalling to me. I tried to help the best that I could by bringing things to their attention, but I was a new kid on the block, so they told me I needed to crawl before I walk. And so just to be quiet and don't say anything. So that was difficult because you're representing the people of Maple Terrace or the people of South Wind, everywhere. So, but anyway, I got sick working there because there was mold in the building. And I tried to explain to them that I was highly allergic. They said they would get a mold remediation team in there to get rid of the mold, but it never did happen. And so when I got sick, I tested for mold in the building myself, and I found green mold. I let them know I was very sad because I didn't want to move out of Maple Terrace because I really liked the people. I wanted to help them. But I moved over to the Eastwood office, and I worked there until they fired me on the 17th. And it was because I wasn't a fit. And the people that I've noticed are in the entitlement mode. I've already contacted some other agencies because this is federally funded, and these documents should be in a certain order. And I tried to ask them to let me help you, some of the other property managers, so I can help you get your stuff organized. We did at the beginning, and then it just fell by the wayside. So the the fact that I was fired, and I'm a retired engineer, and I'm working with people with hardly any formal education, it didn't hurt me, but it's a jolt to my ego. But my thing is that entitlement is not acceptable. People have to do the work. You get paid for it. You do the work, and you represent the people. So basically, that's what I have to say. I've contacted other agencies that will be looking into the possibility, looking into making them clean up the paperwork. But this is, we're there for the
Thank you,
people.
ma'am. Your 3 minutes is
Okay,
completed.
thank you.
All right, Madam Clerk, will you call the next speaker?
Mercy Galicia.
Ms. Khalifa, you have 3 minutes to speak, beginning now.
Thank you. Good afternoon, City Councils and the Mayor. I just wanted to say thank you again for the support that I did receive from the City of Aurora, our aldermans. And I came to speak in behalf, or because I was concerned about the resolution 230533. Quinta de los Reyes has helped the community a lot. And they've helped us as a non-for-profit, and they've helped when I've asked for help for Rita's ministry. So they're just a nice business here in Aurora, and I really wanted to let the City of Aurora aldermen and Mayor that we do appreciate them, and they are very useful and helpful for the community. With that said, thank you, everyone, and enjoy the rest of the afternoon.
Do you have any additional speakers, Madam Clerk?
We do not.
All right, let's go on to the next portion of the agenda. Next, we'll hear both the consent agenda and the direct-to-council consent agenda in full. Will the clerk now please read both agendas in full?
230486, a resolution authorizing the execution of a First Amendment agreement for provision of services at the City of Aurora's Financial Empowerment Center with the Neighbor Project. 230507, a resolution approving the purchase of 12 United Shield brand ballistic shields and accessories from MES Lawman Supply of Deer Creek, Illinois, in the amount of $73,606.15. 230510, a resolution to award the Root Street Water Main Replacement Project located in Ward 1 to Stokes Excavating in the bid amount of $455,560.00. 230513, a resolution to award the Mountain Street, McClure Road, and Austin Avenue Water Main Replacement Project located in Ward 1 to Girardi Sewer and Water Company in the bid amount of $978,173.00. 230514, a resolution to award the Lake Street Crossing Water Main Replacement Project located in Ward 4 to Stokes Excavating in the bid amount of $111,591.00. 230519, a resolution authorizing the city to accept a grant award of $192,779 from the State of Illinois Department of Commerce and Economic Opportunity, with the city to contribute $192,779 in matching funds to host Luminosity, a month-long celebration of light to be held from September 6, 2024 through October 5, 2024. 230529, a resolution authorizing the renewal of the line of credit in the amount of $10 million with Old Second National Bank for a one-year term expiring on June 30th, 2024. 230548, a resolution granting the advice and consent of the City Council to the Mayor's designation of Chairperson of the Public Health, Safety, and Transportation Committee. 230541, approval of the minutes of the Tuesday, July 11th, 2023 City Council meeting.
So moved.
There's been a motion made by Alderman Smith, second by Alderman Franco. Before we entertain that motion second, are there any motions to remove any items from either consent agenda, direct to council consent agenda? Or are there any questions about any items on either one? There being no questions, I'm sorry, Alderman
No questions, just a motion to remove agenda item 230529 from the consent agenda.
All right. So that, there's been a motion.
Second.
There's been a second by Alderman Seville. That's fine. stay with that. We'll remove that particular item. Are there any other questions or any other items that any other alderman wish to be removed from the consent agenda or the direct to council consent agenda? There being none, less the item that was removed, Madam Clerk, will you call the roll?
Alderman Yamas?
Yes.
Alderwoman Garza?
Yes.
Alderman Masiacos?
Yes.
Alderman Franco? Alderman Seville?
Yes.
Alderwoman Smith?
Yes.
Alderman Bug?
Yes.
Alderwoman Bade? Yes. Alderman Lash?
Yes.
Alderman Warman?
Yes.
10 yes, 0 no.
Motion carries. The consent agenda and direct to council consent agenda are both approved. Madam Clerk, let's go on to unfinished business. Will you read the first item under unfinished business?
230522, a resolution requesting ratification for emergency replacement of a video management server from Scientel Solutions, Aurora, Illinois, in the amount of $75,304.82.
Been a motion by Alderman Smith, second by Alderman Franco. Are there any questions or discussions on this item? There being no question or discussion, Madam Clerk, will you call the roll?
Alderman Yamas?
Yes.
Alderwoman Garza?
Yes.
Alderman Masiacos?
Yes.
Alderman Franco?
Yes.
Alderman Seville?
Yes.
Alderwoman Smith?
Yes.
Alderman Bug?
Yes.
Alderwoman Bade?
Yes.
Alderman Lash?
No.
Alderman Warman?
Yes.
9 yes, 1 no.
Motion carries. The resolution is approved. Madam Clerk, read the next item.
230533, a resolution authorizing the execution of a redevelopment agreement providing for a forgivable and a non-forgivable loan to Lazaro RS Corporation operating under the assumed business name of La Quinta de los Reyes.
So moved. Second.
Motion made by Alderman Garza, second by Alderman Smith. Any questions or discussion on this particular item? Questions or discussions on this item? Before we call the vote on this, I just want to make it clear why we do what we do here in the city as far as economic development goes. Now I expect there may be folks that have a different opinion on how we should do economic development here in the city. And there are those that believe that we should not invest in our own city as our city fathers in years past haven't invested in our city. And sometimes investing in our city means that we have to provide financial incentive to organizations doing business in our city, like one like La Quinta de los Reyes, who's been doing business in our city for close to 20 years. Very successful establishment that has existed during very hard times in 2008, 2009, when there was a crash of our economy, but they still stood, making sure that Aurora looked proud and that we had restaurants in our downtown at some point, maybe the only large restaurant of its kind. And then they survived COVID, coming up with creative ideas on how to survive and continue to make Aurora look good and look proud. When other restaurants shut down and weren't able to function in that terrible situation that we all had to deal with where the world shut down. La Quinta de los Reyes was standing strong for the city of Aurora. Now, when a restaurant opens and does business in the city of Aurora, we benefit not just based on the fact that we have an eatery where people come to Aurora, but we get tax dollars as well. We get food and beverage dollars. We get property tax dollars. We exist based off of our businesses existing. I've said this a million times, and I'll say it again. Aurora business's success is the city of Aurora's success. Now, even though there are those that don't agree that we should assist our businesses and invest in our businesses and provide financial incentive, the fact is, it's working. This council has voted on a number of development agreements where we provide incentives, and we've seen the result of it. $1 billion of value added to our city. $1 billion of value added in the last 6 years. $1 billion. We reduced our property tax rate by 16% here in the city of Aurora. 16%. So if we've added value and we've reduced our tax rate, then it sounds like we're doing something right. Now, oftentimes people, when they see a one-off, we work with this business or this restaurant or that restaurant, they talk about that business as though they pigeonhole with that one establishment. But as a leader of an organization, a $500 million organization like Aurora, you have to look at it from, the higher view. You got to look at the big picture. And the big picture shows that when we support our small businesses, we succeed as a community. It works. It's worked over the last 6 years by adding $1 billion and reducing our tax rate, and it will continue to work. And we have our professionals and, in our CIO that has come from a community like St. Charles that has seen it prosper there, which is why we brought them on board so we could prosper here just like they did in St. Charles, like in Aurora, and take it to the next level and surpass those other river cities up and down the flux. It works. So I can appreciate folks having an opinion and disagreeing with this administration and how we decide to do economic development. But that's just an opinion from folks that haven't ever been in this position, that evidently don't remember that Aurora struggled for decades not being able to uplift our downtown. And now we're finally at a position that we're able to grow and take our community and our downtown to the next level. And of course, we're going to have haters and we're going to have naysayers. We're going to have people that distract and disagree. But the proof is in the results. And the results shows that we are on the track to success. $1 billion added. Now, when we talked about this, years ago, saying that we're going to invest $150 million in the city of Aurora, and in 10 years, we'd get a return on our investment of $1 billion, 10 years, we surpassed that. We've done that in 6 years. So just let's think about where we're going to go over the next 4 as we continue to invest in ourselves. Madam Clerk, will you call the roll?
Alderman Yamas?
Yes.
Alderwoman Garza?
Yes.
Alderman Masiacos?
Yes.
Alderman Franco?
Yes.
Alderman Seville?
Yes.
Alderwoman Smith?
Yes.
Alderman Bug?
Yes.
Alderwoman Bade?
Yes.
Alderman Lash?
No.
Alderman Warman?
Yes.
9 yes, 1 no.
Motion carries. The resolution is approved. Congratulations, La Quinta de los Reyes. We look forward to your build out of almost a brand new restaurant to continue to make this city look good. Madam Clerk, call the next item under unfinished business.
230544, an ordinance ratifying all actions taken by the Committee of the Whole and the City Council during their meetings of July 11th, 2023.
So moved.
Motion made by Alderman Garza, seconded by Alderman Smith. Are there any questions or discussions on this item? Questions or discussion on Alderman Bug?
Yeah. Some information was coming back. I didn't get a chance to review it. However, I know that Mr. Burchill is doing some great things with what this came out of for the future and make sure nothing ever happens again. So I know he has put together a program. He's doing, like I said, ways to either allow people to know if anything's going on with our city council meetings, if there's some mishap. I'll talk with Mr. Burchill further, but like I said, there's good things coming out of that, good resolution.
And perfect. And there are some steps additional steps we're going to take to ensure that doesn't happen. Mr. Piggy, did you have something you want to add as far as the cameras that we're going to put downstairs and all the other things we're going to do?
Mike Piggy's Chief Information Officer. So I did, Mr. Alex Alexander, our Chief Management Officer, spoke to me today. We are basically going to get a scope of work to have a camera installed here and it feed back up to the control room here so they can ring them in. It's very similar to the system at the Alderman's office. So we're looking at potentially scoping that out and implementing that. So we're going to get that quote and I'm going to give it back to the Mr. Alex Alexander, and then he's going to take it from there.
So just to be clear, there'll be a camera here where we can see downstairs at the front door, a camera down there so we can see if anybody's knocking, and a button that we can buzz to allow people to come in?
And they can buzz too, which will notify them in the control room.
Gotcha.
Right. So,
And as pointed out during the discussion last time in Alderman Seville's time here in close to 35 years, this has never happened before, but we want to make sure that it never happens again.
thank you.
Any other questions or discussion? There being none, Madam Clerk, call the roll.
Alderman Yamas?
Yes.
Alderwoman Garza?
Yes.
Alderman Masiacos?
Yes. I'm sorry.
Was there a motion? Sorry.
Yeah, there's a motion and a second. All right, continue.
Alderman Franco?
Yes.
Alderman Seville?
Yes.
Alderwoman Smith?
Yes.
Alderman Bug?
Yes.
Alderwoman Bade?
Yes.
Alderman Lash?
Yes.
Alderman Warman?
Yes.
10 yes, 0 no.
Motion carries. The ordinance is adopted. Madam Clerk, will you call that last item that was taken off of unfinished business?
230529, a resolution authorizing the renewal of a line of credit in the amount of $10 million with Old Second National Bank for a one-year term expiring on June 30th, 2024.
So moved.
There's been a motion made by Alderman Seville, seconded by Alderman Garza. Any questions or discussions on this particular item? Question or discussion? Madam Clerk, call the roll.
Alderman Yamas?
Yes.
Alderwoman Garza?
Yes.
Alderman Masiacos?
Yes.
Alderman Franco?
Yes.
Alderman Seville?
Yes.
Alderwoman Smith?
Yes.
Alderman Bug?
Yes.
Alderwoman Bade?
Yes.
Alderman Lash?
No.
Alderman Warman?
Yes.
9 yes, 1 no.
Motion carries. The item is approved. That concludes the unfinished business. There's not any new business on the agenda, no reports to discuss. There's been a motion to pay the bills by Alderman Franco, seconded by Alderman Smith. Are there questions or discussions on any motions to remove any items from the bills list? There being none, Madam Clerk, will you call the roll?
Alderman Yamas?
Yes.
Alderwoman Garza?
Yes.
Alderman Masiacos?
Yes.
Alderman Franco?
Yes.
Alderman Seville?
Yes.
Alderwoman Smith?
Yes.
Alderman Bug?
Yes.
Alderwoman Bade?
Yes.
Alderman Lash?
Yes.
Alderman Warman?
Yes.
10 yes, 0 no.
Motion carries. The bills are approved. There's no need for a closed session. Is there a motion to?
Motion adjourned.
There's a motion to adjourn by Alderman Franco, seconded by Alderman Smith. All those in favor?
Aye.
This motion carries. The meeting is adjourned. See everybody next week at COW.